actually not even on a side today.
Yeah.
And I'll get to that. Why are you on Texas?
I gave them a challenge. Maybe not me as the overwhelming authority in college football, but entering that game on this set to you guys, I said there was one elite defense entering the matchup in Austin back to end out October. It's not the Bulldogs like it used to be. It is Texas.
College football today, only on SportsGrid.
How do you find some of this great talent that you've brought in, who are still early in their career, might not have a ton of tape on them yet?
I've been around this business, man, for almost 20 years. So a lot of these guys will tell you that I popped into a lot of gyms, sparred, or just worked on the side, or, kind of worked out, just watching. I've always loved this sport, man. I think it's the greatest. And we want to continue to put on the next up-and-coming superstars. We know we got them.
Only on SportsGrid.
The NFL and college, they don't operate on the same timelines, right? UNLV's head coach just got, the Purdue job this morning, where I imagine, right, UNC probably needs to know from Bill.
And let's say it's late December, and we see 7, 8 teams open, and none of them want Bill. Then Bill's got to make a decision. Does he want to be a college head coach?
Pro football today, only on SportsGrid.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity. I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What? How do you do this one? Oh, Donnie, you got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
Back with you right here on SportsGrid, begging, wondering, why couldn't there be a meaningless bowl game on right now?
This is the meaningless bowl game.
You're right. This is a meaningless bowl game. He didn't want to run under that?
I don't know. Dive.
You don't want
sell
to. You don't want to
yourself
sell
out.
yourself in a game you already won.
Who do we got here on the sideline?
Christian Watson.
Again. Same knee.
So, I mean, obvious malpractice that he played at all from the. Why is he out there? I mean, really.
Well, he was good until he got
good
hit.
to go.
He got hit.
Yeah, but who? The game is over, right? I mean, we're kicking a 75-yarder here. Good for
like
them.
Joe. Miss is good. Make is good.
55.
All right.
What you want to? Are you rooting a make or a miss, Lisi?
Somebody.
I need points.
Splash
Make.
spot in the background.
I wouldn't. I'd be okay with that though.
There's a splash. Got to be.
You think it's a
Think so?
splash?
Yep.
Swing. All right. So that goes down. Let me give you updated live numbers. 37.5 total. 27.5 spread. Might lay it.
Look at by the way, the wide receiver props for Green Bay.
Yeah.
Romeo Doubs, half of a yard. Jaden Reed, half of a yard.
Rightfully so.
Tucker Kraft, half of a yard.
Jordan Love's at 165.5 passing time.
Yeah.
It's mid-third quarter. Like, where are we going in?
No, but I'm saying, like, one catch cashes anybody's, doesn't matter what they do, just have a catch.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
I might. 16.5 is Jordan Love's completions prop. You're getting even money to the under. He's at 13. You think he completes 4 more passes in this game?
Yes.
How much time on the clock in the third?
7 minutes. Come on. It's not 35. It's 24-0.
You know what I would rather bet instead of that? Him throwing a touchdown pass, if that makes sense.
It does. I will take a look at it. Plus 210, not enough.
Yeah.
In my opinion, not enough 210.
Because I think it's one of those, I'm bored, I'm not going to get in trouble, I'm taking a couple shots right now.
Yeah. I can't get there. I can't get there on these numbers. I just can't.
You think actually the Saints can score a touchdown on this drive? If
I'm
you do,
interested in
They
the
don't even have numbers up anymore.
They
now
do.
for,
They have anytime
No.
touchdown. These numbers are crazy.
You know what? I'll get in.
Kendra Miller, 24-1.
I think I'm going to take Rattlers passing over the number.
Jawan Johnson, 43-1.
It's too low.
Look at these numbers for an anytime touchdown. Unbelievable. Jamal Williams, 60-1.
I think we got to get it on 2 wideouts, Joe.
Live.
I can't do it.
You want Green Bay wideouts, don't you?
No, I want
okay.
Kevin Austin's been my guy, and he had the one catch for 17.
Yeah,
and it's basically again an 8-yard catch is gonna or 9-yard catch is gonna get him, or 9 total yards, I should say. Pettis is basically a catch. Like how does Kendra Miller knock it over 20.5 at this point when you know he's just going to be flying out of the backfield?
Yeah, he should smash.
And if there's any pressure, nobody's covering him at all.
He should smash that number.
Yeah.
I don't know why Mims was getting the level of work he was getting. Oh, I have this live boost too? All right, perfect. We're in. Hold on.
All right, you're in.
Yeah. No, I'm taking Rattler over 140.5. That is 69 passing yards. I agree that Haener doesn't come in. It's the middle of the third quarter.
Yeah.
So I'm in now. So now I can.
All right, there we go.
You're pot committed, as they say.
I can give an ounce of respect to this game now.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, Donnie, Kendre Miller for you, more interesting.
Yes.
To catch 3 more passes plus 520
Mm.
or to get, see, they don't have 40-plus receiving. I thought they might hang that. Let me see if I can find it somewhere else. Okay. Like 40-plus receiving plus 370? Is that interesting at all to you? Is it 16? Break one, make one miss?
Yeah, I think it makes sense because I do think you're going to be under pressure, you know, and he's not going to be covered as if, hey, we got to make sure we're stopping the guys that dump off because that's 5 to 6 to 7 yard plays that Green Bay, like, we're happy with that.
Yeah.
Just keep doing that the rest of the way. We'll get out of here with an easy W. But I wouldn't even like run it up there. Like you're asking me, like, what do I like best? Yep. He gets 1 catch. He's going to get 5 yards.
Yeah, I got you.
It makes sense.
That's fair enough. Lisi, anything else that we're not getting to here?
Nah, the only thing is if you think that the Saints, I told you, if the Saints are going to score on this drive, they got crazy numbers. I mean, they're just crazy.
I'll play. If the Saints do score?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What does that do for Green Bay? It keeps starters in.
Oh, it does. Absolutely.
Right? But does it do anything other than keep starters in? Are we calling a normal offense?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Because NFL, look, it's not college where you have 4 sets of players. You have a starting quarterback and a backup. You have 3 total running backs, and you're already down 1 wide receiver. Like, who's actually not playing the rest of the way?
Yeah, I hear you.
This drive does mean a lot because let's just say they pick up 2 first downs, and are they even punting again? Like, they're going to punt at
considering they punted on a 4th and 2, right? I mean, he's not calling this game, Donnie.
No, he's running. Yes, they're calling a game right now as if the scoreboard doesn't matter, and they're just trying to play in whatever game flow.
Yeah. They're saying, hey, listen.
What a butt kicking.
What?
It's a butt kicking.
Yeah.
Man. Jeez.
You know, we talk about, like, oh, maybe the Saints team total. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of telling that we didn't jump to that number. Like, you played an overlease, and I got it.
13.5.
13.5. Come on. You know? And listen, it's funny because that's the type of number where you actually don't feel dead.
Could they get a touchdown?
I mean, could, but here's the thing.
There he is, 25.
This should be 2 plays to pick up 4 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably not. Also, they got Kendre Miller running around like he's Jaden Reed.
There you go. He's got it. There you go. Easy game.
It was the first number I looked at tonight.
The flag, though.
Uh-oh.
Now, was he on
secondary? No, I didn't see anything on the offensive holding. Did you? Oh.
Defense.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Back it on.
You know, now what's becoming even weirder is that this offense has actually gone inside the territory of the Packers all night. But they haven't been inside the red zone all night. So that's where it's a good call, too. It's a good call.
But again, you're in that same mode where, like, this, they can play it off like, oh, field goal, then 3 touchdowns. No, it's 3-score game right now. 8, 8, and 8 to get to the 24.
So
they can't kick field goals, which, again, is going to be the tough part about it. Like, there's no settling now. You are 4-down territory all the way through.
Let me shoot something your way. There's been tweets even during the game about the coaching search for New Orleans.
Yes.
Vrabel, Aaron Glenn. Clint Kubiak, I mean, was so good for the first 2 weeks that it looked like he might have been hired in season by somebody. If they hire Aaron Glenn or Mike Vrabel, Clint Kubiak is going to be fired. That's just how this stuff works.
Sure.
Are we sure Clint Kubiak's the guy people shouldn't be looking at? Like, have you guys, like, the whole season is unraveled in a way. I still believe the health, like, I'll say maybe you guys think I'm nuts. I think the healthy Saints would have been one of the 5 best teams in the NFC.
Yeah, I don't think
it's hard to tell now at this point of how bad a season they actually
Who was
had
that?
to catch.
Jennings.
Is that going to get you numbers? Yeah, it's hard to judge the Saints because the season went really off the rails. Quarterback went down. Kamara's having issues. Olave is one of the better young wide receivers in football. Maybe his career's over at this point. So it's really hard just to get behind
Is that bad, the Olave stuff?
The concussions. I mean, he just keeps on getting them.
Yeah.
Like, you're one away from Tua territory. Like,
Yeah.
I can't play anymore at this point.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
Swallowed him.
He's getting
Fumbled
too
that.
comfortable running, Rattler.
He should just keep running.
So I get that, but what he's not doing now, and this impacts some of it, is, let me get Kendra for 4 yards.
Yeah.
He's thinking, I'll scramble at the end of every play.
Like, if he's smart, he's in the mode by going, you know what? They're just going to give me 5-yard plays. I'll just keep taking.
Right.
My coach isn't going to get angry at that.
Well,
Look, right at it. Dump out of the backfield.
Correct.
Easy catch.
2nd and 6. Maybe he makes a man miss.
Yeah.
That is all you need to do in these drills, and so often it's the quarterback. He just took a 7-yard sack. You can't do that, obviously, right? But,
we're back in punting mode now.
Oh,
what is
him?
this?
No, it's not. Ooh, they didn't even get a yard either.
they're calling these exotic screen passes.
But honestly, that play should be working because the Packers do whatever you want in front of us, and it's not even working.
Because they're calling complicated screen looks. Just cut it out, man. We'll be right back.
So my team didn't win this weekend, but I still did with this app that's taking over the game. Sports Millions Pick'em lets you make quick and easy predictions. Pick your favorite players, go higher or lower, and you can still win big even if your team loses. Plus, the multiplier is insane. With just a few picks, you can win big money. So get on it. They've got a welcome bonus to help you start off your winning streak.
Anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to Game Time Decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the games start so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
Your gut says Miami is going to win, and you should take the over. Your gut also said your NFT selfies would only go up in value. They didn't. But your head is on SportsGrid and knows the QB is in concussion protocol. The backup has a 45 QBR against the zone coverage. The New York D has the most sacks in the league. So yeah, trust your head. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity. I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What? How do you do this once? Oh, Donnie, you got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
All right, let's get right in the mix here. We're on SportsGrid. It's in-game live. Spencer Rattler throws an interception, so a 24-0 setup now as the Packers will be on the 20-yard line.
33.5.
Dead to rights.
The total?
That's 10 points.
By the way, the score is
24-0. 10 points.
And you're still getting technically points with the Saints at 27.5.
Nah.
If I told you now, though, The New Orleans Saints stopped Green Bay from scoring on this drive. I don't think Green Bay scores.
Hold on a second. I got a first I've ever seen number.
Uh-oh.
Saints team total.
Half?
Plus 102, half.
It's a field goal.
Half?
They're not going to go for the field goal.
Even money for a half?
They're going to get shut out.
in the game, isn't he?
Oh, he's going
Oh,
deep.
man, come on.
Come on.
Pick it. There it is, Joe. There it is.
He dropped
Oh, my God, he dropped it, didn't he?
Dropped
How
the
did you
chicken.
drop that?
Dropped
How would,
the
like, honestly, how was that dropped?
Oh.
That's the same guy that picked it off in Tampa Bay.
Look,
game.
he's got the mouthpiece
Kansas
in
City.
the head.
Yeah, no wonder he dropped it.
That's true.
All right,
What is he thinking?
All right, let's pause this drive. DRS, I haven't had the chance to
You
ask
fought over it, Joe. Yeah.
Commanders Eagles yesterday.
Mhm.
What was your takeaway from that game?
Eagles lost, not great. Washington in the playoffs. Young kid performed really well in the clutch. Love to see it. But the Eagles getting 5 turnovers and losing that football game was kind of crazy. And the way the special teams just couldn't actually kick the football in the end zone to give somewhat decent field position the other way. This is a nice little run for me right here, boys. It's a nice little run right there for me. But no, I don't. As an Eagles fan, because I get this already too, even from some of my friends. What are you kidding me? I lost that game. Even my guy BMOC. Not now, not now. And I said, Eagles now have their bye week 18. Yep. It's not the worst case scenario. It wasn't as if they lost this game like last year where they lost to the Cardinals and cost them the division in a home playoff game. This cost them, I don't think, anything at this point in the long term, to be honest. So,
no, I actually, the more you look at it, they weren't getting the 1 seed. It just doesn't seem like it's going to happen.
2 weeks ago, it was like, you know what, there's a chance. Yeah. But then when you lose every tiebreaker, it's hard to get it.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with the Week 18 bye. I think losing that game to the Giants so they get knocked out of the 1 seed would be excellent, right? I have only one problem, Donnie, and I'm just curious if you agree.
Yeah.
The game against the Falcons, they had a 3rd and 2. They should have ran it. They threw it, dropped.
Wait, hold on.
Against the Falcons.
Gotcha. Yep.
3rd and 2, ran it.
Mm-hmm.
They should have run it.
Yes.
They threw it.
Yes.
It should have worked. Mm-hmm. It didn't work.
Correct.
But it was the wrong decision regardless.
Correct.
Field goal, up 6, lose.
Yes.
3rd and 5. They threw it.
Yes.
Should have worked.
Yes.
Devonta dropped the football.
Easiest catch you can have.
However, I believe they should have ran it. Because, to me, 2 plays, 5 yards.
Okay.
Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Do you agree with my assessment that they made the same mistake for the second time this season of throwing? It should have worked, but you shouldn't have been throwing.
I like to throw. I thought you had to be aggressive. The only goal in that drive was to get 1 first down.
Yeah.
And you had one of the better wide receivers in football, run a perfect route, and a quarterback that threw a pillow in there, and it was just dropped at that point. Which is funny because we always love how the narrative changes. If that ball is completed, the Eagles win the football game.
Yeah.
What a great win. They get the number 1 seed, and now it turns into turmoil. Oh, no, maybe the defense that's ranked number 1 in the NFL isn't so good anymore. Is Jalen Hurts ever coming back? They got 5 turnovers. They lost that football game. The narratives are crazy in the NFL on one play. And the same thing with the Atlanta game. You catch a pass on the outside for Saquon Barkley. The Eagles have 1 loss on the season. But you can't do that because there's other instances where the Eagles got a little bit lucky in games and they won games that maybe they could have lost at that moment. Leggett drops a pass instead of catching the touchdown. Maybe Carolina knocks off the Eagles. So you can go in spades and do that.
To add this, because Lisi, I'm sure your best bet. You had to be watching the whole way. If people don't, so people might think like, oh, Hurts getting injured made no difference in the game. The Philadelphia Eagles looked like they were going to put the Commanders in a locker, and then Kenny Pickett threw an interception.
They had one
up 14-0.
Up 14-0 that put Washington at the 25-yard line, and allowed to. Oh, okay, you know what? Maybe we can move the ball a little bit because games can get downhill on a team. So. Jalen Hurts getting injured had everything to do with the final score of that football game, in my opinion. You know?
He was running the football. First couple of drives, he was ripping off runs.
41 yards, one of the best running games of the season.
So, I mean, you can't say no. I'll just say when you do win the turnover battle 5-1, right?
It shouldn't matter who's playing football.
Right. And I told Kevin this, get your point. I don't think Pickett, even though with the interception and the strip sack, I don't think he played all that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, he made the touchdown throw to A.J. Brown early when taking over for Hurts. I understand it was inside the 10-yard line, but still a gutty throw on a 3rd and goal. And he made the critical throw to Devontae Smith with the game on the line. I mean,
He had also a big fourth down conversion to A.J. Brown on the flat. Yeah, the quarterback wasn't the reason. Like, if Jalen Hurts did play, I still think they win because that running game might have run for 500 yards in that game the way it was looking early on. Yeah. But even though you could say that the defense gave up a lot of points, 22 in the fourth quarter, sometimes you only ask your defense at times, just make the right play. 5 turnovers is amazing for a defense. But they got the interception late where they basically said, hey, offense, get 1 first down. We win the football game, and they couldn't do it.
And that's why, like, it's a little bit of A, it's a little bit of B, right? But it all, like, Devonta Smith dropped. Mm-hmm. As you said, one of the easy potential things in the world. Yes. Now, you disagree with me, so that makes it, I guess, a little interesting. Yep. But my only frustration with that game is that I felt they should have ran it, and that gives me nightmares that, they didn't learn from last time.
Yeah.
But, ultimately, again, just like last time when they threw it to Saquon, where they should have ran it, the play call worked.
Yeah.
Saquon dropped it.
Yeah.
Again, I think they should have ran it. Devontae was wide open. He might have scored.
Perfect play. Absolutely. Right? And by the way, you know what was interesting? Did you see the interception, which was Reed Blankenship? What was he doing on that play? Was he not sure of how much time was actually on the clock? Because instead of going, I'm going to house this, we're up 2 to make it 9 and the game is over, he sort of ran to the sideline and was like, I don't know if I should go down, slide it down. Maybe he gets down a little bit farther. Maybe you do go for it on 4th down if it's on the 2-yard line as opposed to, but we'll never know. But again, good win by the Commanders. We'll see where they go. One more win gets them in the playoffs. And by the way, it's probably going to be a rematch in Philadelphia, round number 1 in the playoffs.
I'd like to see that.
I'll tell you this right now. They will kill them. No. Look at me. Don't look at me.
Monday night, we're going to be in the studio. Eagles, Commanders.
Don't look at me.
We're going to be on air for that.
Look at me.
I'm looking.
They will kill them.
I'll do the whole show in a Daniels jersey.
They'll kill them. They'll kill them.
They'll break them.
They will kill them. We'll go to break. We'll go to break when I say, not now. I'm talking to Lucy. I'm actually not even on a side today.
Yeah.
And I'll get to that. Why are you on Texas?
I gave them a chance. Maybe not me as the overwhelming authority in college football, but entering that game on this set to you guys, I said there was one elite defense entering the matchup in Austin back to end out October. It's not the Bulldogs like it used to be. It is Texas.
College football today, only on SportsGrid.
How do you find some of this great talent that you've brought in, who are still early in their career, might not have a ton of tape on them yet?
I've been around this business, man, for almost 20 years. So a lot of these guys will tell you that I popped into a lot of gyms, sparred or just worked on the side or, kind of worked out, just watching. I've always loved this sport, man. I think it's the greatest. And we want to continue to put on the next up-and-coming superstars. We know we got them.
Only on SportsGrid.
The NFL and college, they don't operate on the same timelines, right? UNLV's head coach just got, the Purdue job this morning, where I imagine, right, UNC probably needs to know from Bill.
And let's say it's late December, and we see 7, 8 teams open, and none of them want Bill. Then Bill's got to make a decision. Does he want to be a college head coach?
Pro football today, only on SportsGrid.
The 2 guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity. I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What? How do you do this once? Oh, Donnie, you got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
Back here on SportsGrid, looks like we're going to see a penalty on, Green Bay or New Orleans?
The punter roughed the tackler. Is that what I just saw?
The punter? What?
Tripping.
Oh, okay. No.
Because the way we can't
I thought
hear,
he ran into
it
the
looked
kicker.
like it was like roughing the kicker, or the kicker roughing the guy.
I saw the guy run into the kicker, but they called the personal foul right there a kick.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't know.
All right.
They said the guy to the left was tripping?
They said number 90.
Yeah.
See, 90?
He did.
All right, so they're going to punt that away again. So we talked a little about the Commanders and the Eagles. Do you think, or do we have any indication on if Hurts will be playing next week?
No, in concussion protocol, no information from Sirianni at the presser today, which, again, Kenny Pickett has a rib injury as well.
Yeah.
Tanner McKee game. I saw the
Tanner McKee.
Am I correct on that line opening up really strong? Yeah, like 9.5 with a Cowboys team that's played fairly well over the past couple weeks. On a third string possible Eagles quarterback, that many points?
They must not think it's any chance it's a third string, and they probably think it's probably. I'm thinking they're saying
Pickett
it's
at
Hurts
the
or
worst.
Pickett. We think it could be Hurts, so we cannot hang. Because what's the Pickett number? 5.5?
Probably.
But they're hanging a true Hurts number. The look ahead was 10.5. Like, it's a Hurts number. Like
So maybe Pickett's 7.
We've seen like a past couple. We had Doc on as well. The past couple weeks that you've had the some guys coming back from concussion after a week's injury, which we've seen, which is usually not the case. But it is interesting with the Eagles because you do have 2 games. I know you don't want to take it to Week 18, but the Giants is a layup. You can have your practice squad beat the Giants. They're so focused on the 1 seed right now. Like, do you rush Jalen Hurts back because he gets a concussion? You might now be looking at he's not even in the playoffs at that point.
Yeah, the thing is, man, would it be weird if for the second time you basically don't get to see Hurts until like the playoffs and everything like that? But that's where we potentially are with Philadelphia. And I understand if that shifts some numbers around.
But look, if you look at that right now, what is your gut feeling on basically a double-digit spread on the Eagles at home?
Against the Cowboys?
Like, they're made it clear we're not giving up, and they're playing decent football.
Well, so Sirianni. So here's the funny thing. Again, people talk about. Maybe I listen to too much of the Hurts slander. Sirianni can't win without him. I don't know if people remember this. Sirianni had Coach of the Year locked up. Hurts got injured. All he had to do was win one game with Minshew. Yes, that too. But all he had to do was win one game with
Lost
Minshew.
the Dallas game, right?
He lost both games.
Yeah.
He lost both games. So, they lost at home to New Orleans, if you remember.
They did.
And people lost their mind when that happened about how just everything that kind of came with that. So, it shifts things a little bit. To stick with the playoff stuff, though. So we're a week removed, or a day removed, excuse me, from, okay, here's now where things sit in the AFC. Cincinnati has Denver.
Yeah.
Miami won. Indy won. So did Kansas City. Where are you guys right now? Because they're still hanging the Broncos at a big minus 450 to make the playoffs in the AFC race.
I like Cincinnati going up against them this week.
Mm-hmm.
They need too much to happen.
Miami's laying 6.5 to Cleveland. I think that could be a game.
Cleveland's
even with
gone.
yeah,
TR thinks out too now.
Yeah, but
he's off. Is Jameis back? Because then that's bad news for Miami. He's
I
so
don't
much
think
better
so.
than
I think they're
TR.
hanging it up on the season.
Dante Pettis stepping up.
Well, let me phrase it this way then. We'll go brick by brick.
Mm-hmm.
You both thought Miami would lose to San Fran.
Yes.
Now that they won that game, taking that plus the reevaluation of the schedule at Cleveland, at the Jets, I believe it goes. Or is it at Cleveland, at New England? No, at Cleveland, at the Jets.
Jets, yeah. New England is with
Buffalo.
Buffalo, yeah.
At Cleveland, at the Jets, how do you feel about Miami? You don't have to give me, like,
I have
you
an
like
issue.
2-0?
No,
or?
no, I don't.
Should
Because
be 2-0, but I don't like 2-0, if that makes sense.
No, that does make sense.
cold
No, that does
weather
make
environments,
sense.
right?
Yeah.
Jets and
So
Cleveland.
you don't, yeah, that's totally
Wouldn't
fine.
shock me if they lost both. Wouldn't shock me if they split.
If they
Going
lost
2-0.
both, that would stun me.
Would it?
Yeah, 100%.
By the way, if the Steelers don't have Pickens, I don't know if they beat the Chiefs this weekend, even though it's a great spot for them.
Can we get these means out of here? I need Mims. I need Kendra to still catch another pass. Indianapolis at the Giants, home against Jacksonville.
Win-win.
Win-win.
Confident.
Yeah.
Confident.
Yes.
Broncos are going to catch a break because if the Chiefs don't need anything, they're not playing their starters at all.
Still going to be tight, though. They're going to be tight walking into
Carson
that
Wentz.
game.
Wow. Yeah, but you're looking like, yeah, that's a tough one.
We'll be right back. We're hanging out with you. Throw it!
I'm actually not even on a side today.
Yeah.
And I'll get to that. Why are you on
Right.
Texas?
I gave them a chance. Maybe not me as the overwhelming authority in college football, but entering that game on this set to you guys, I said there was one elite defense entering the matchup in Austin back to end out October. It's not the Bulldogs like it used to be. It is Texas.
College football today, only on SportsGrid.
How do you find some of this great talent that you've brought in, who are still early in their career, might not have a ton of tape on them yet?
I've been around this business, man, for almost 20 years. So a lot of these guys will tell you that I popped into a lot of gyms, sparred, or just worked on the side, or kind of worked out, just watching. I've always loved this sport, man. I think it's the greatest, and we want to continue to put on the next up-and-coming superstars. We know we got them.
Only on SportsGrid.
The NFL and college, they don't operate on the same timelines, right? UNLV's head coach just got, the Purdue job this morning, where I imagine, right, UNC probably needs to know from Bill.
And let's say it's late December, and we see 7, 8 teams open, and none of them want Bill. Then Bill's got to make a decision. Does he want to be a college head coach?
Pro football today, only on SportsGrid.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity. I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What? How do you do this one? Oh, Donnie, you got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
Right here on SportsGrid, Walsh, Donnie Rightside, Joe Lisi. Does anybody want to debate, why are they punting at midfield, 4th and 8?
Why are we even taking commercial breaks anymore at this point? Let's run this.
in all seriousness.
It's a gutless move, I'll say. Absolutely gutless. Well, Rizzy wants to be, big tough guy. Rizzo, Grease 2.0.
Yeah.
But Darren Rizzi did a good job when they were in the hunt for potentially maybe a wild card, but they're 5-9 now. They're gutless. They're going nowhere. You have no points. You haven't gotten inside the red zone. The one opportunity you had, Spencer Rattler throws an interception. You're not going to win the game.
No.
What's the difference between 24-0 and 31-0 or 38-0?
What is this total yards tonight?
It's also
got a $132.
Here's the weirdest part about it. When a team is down 17,
$122.
right?
Yeah.
They're like, maybe, right? 3-possession game. Again, they're obviously not. They have no points. It's a 3-possession game.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, again, we're following it the whole way. Is that Jordan Love still out there,
Yes,
though,
he's
which is
definitely
funny?
out there, yeah.
Okay. Josh Jacobs, I think, went home. They're like, listen, catch an early flight. Christmas should be good.
Yep.
Don, I want to throw my college football playoff take at you. We unfortunately couldn't get off the ground for money line tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I gave this to Lisi. I'm very serious.
Okay.
The more I sit with it, I'm very happy with how the opening round went. And I am happy that Arizona State and Boise State are playing in this next round, catching 10.5 and 13.5.
Yes.
Because the biggest problem is not that Indiana got in or SMU.
Mm-hmm.
It's the format is garbage.
It's garbage.
It is atrocious. Donnie and I are two champions of expansion.
Love it.
The second this format came out in March, we went, nope, they completely got this all wrong. They got to stop this. This is terrible. And the format got set, the bracket got set, and we went, yup, that's terrible. I believe these awful games, Donnie, they're not going to be able to fix to 16.
Yes.
I do not think this is the format next year.
I think they get rid of the buys, automatically going to conference champions.
I don't think they do, because for some reason the college football people in charge, they take years and years and years and try to tell you that we can't reconvene or do this in the next 2 television cycles, even though it's probably to the benefit of what we have. We have the NFL telling us midseason, by the way, we're going to have Monday Night Play of football games. Yeah. And like, oh, makes sense, and we're going to do it at that point. But I agree with you. The part, as you saw also, if you were watching the football games, home field advantage was such a big deal. 4 teams got home field advantage, used it to their advantage as the better teams, and won. And then you take a look and say, all right, now you're going to go to the bye weeks. The teams that actually earn the buys go to neutral site locations. I don't understand it. We have to break the bowl cycle where we have to use the bowl games or somehow. Do the first round as bowl games, then move the games back on campus.
Quick pause. Yeah. I have Jaden Reed over 42.5. He's now at 42. Again, that's the type of night. Kendrick Miller has 2 catches. It is what it is. So, yes, Donnie, they are very, very stubborn. Yes. They are. But the fix that, by the way, the fix that I'm offering that I think they make, I don't think is enough. I just think they go, hey, by the way, if you win the ACC, you're automatically in, Big 12, whatever. But just very simply, the playoffs go 1 through 12 now.
Yes.
Penn State, you were the 4 seed, you get a bye. You're not the 6 seed. That's insane.
Yes.
Texas is not going to be the 5 seed.
If I understand, if you win your conference, you get in, but it doesn't mean that you get a top 4 seed. Like, you just get a free ticket to the dance, and wherever your ranking is, that's what your ranking is going to be. There's so many simple fixes, but as Kevin points out, and he's rightfully so, Joe, the minute we saw it come out, it's like, yes, expansion. Oh, no, they messed it up. They'll get it right in a couple years. It's so easy to fix.
It is. I talked about it with the Penn State situation. How do you lose your 2 biggest games and then all of a sudden get an easy path to potentially the top 4 or semifinal playoff? It's just ridiculous.
Oregon's a dog. I don't know if that line worked back the other way.
Yeah.
Well, they were not. Well, yeah. The fact that they were 13-0 and they get the draw of Tennessee and Ohio State was ridiculous.
It is.
I mean, that's absolutely atrocious.
They're a 2.5 point underdog.
They were better off getting, who? Arizona State, potentially?
So here's the deal. Again, I am not putting my own opinion on anything. Just if the bracket was ordered 1 through 12, they would have played the winner of Indiana SMU, Donnie.
Yes.
Laying double digits in the game. That's what a 1 seed's supposed to be doing.
Correct. The easiest pathway to victory. It's, again, we equate it to NCAA basketball March Madness. The number 1 seed has the hardest route because of the number 1 seed. No! You want the 1 seed because it's supposed to be the easiest route. The NFL and the playoffs. What do you want the 1 seed for? Home field advantage, and you're supposed to have the easiest route based on seeding all the way through, and we don't get it. And case in point, you are on buys. Now you're rested and ready, and 2 teams that are on buys are getting double digits on neutral sites.
Yeah.
Not their own neutral sites.
That's crazy.
And that's what I'm like. You now have imbalanced round 1 matchups because your 3rd and 4th best team, according to them, is playing, which is insane. And now you have imbalanced round 2 matchups because the 10th and 12th team automatically got put in.
Yeah.
I will be very disappointed. I really honestly believe they will fix this for next year because everybody thinks there's going to be 16. Right. I know, Donnie, you're like, I don't care. Put 40 teams in.
Yeah. Every other division has way more teams in their playoff structure. All of them.
FCS has 24.
D3, I think, is up to 40 teams.
That's crazy.
It's not crazy. It's awesome. It's awesome.
I am personally fine with 16, personally.
24 is a bit much. Then we're putting the top 25 into
but again, college basketball, 68 teams.
Throw it to him. Come on, this kid.
Was it him?
Yeah, he was wide. No, he was wide open. Reed. He throws it at Wicks. He's hot on the Wicks. Come on. How do I get wiped out like that?
I don't know. Is this Rattler going to do anything?
No.
This is tough.
Are they physically now going to just hand the football?
That would be ridiculous. That would be absolutely atrocious. Why? What's the point?
Coming to Rattler's defense. It wasn't fair to the kid.
It wasn't fair. Scrape him up.
We got 2 more games left.
The kid's making money in the NFL. Scrape him up.
Oh, look at this field goal attempt, Joe. What do you think?
How long is it?
46 yards.
Probably makes it.
5-yarder. Huh?
Then that kills the total. There you go. Now 41. You're dead at 41.5.
But that
41
kills
there.
the total, but it would have been better if you missed it.
No, I'm just saying 41, it's right on the number. Like 2 touchdowns right there.
You ever go to Lambeau?
No.
Do you want to go to Lambeau?
I wouldn't mind. No?
A little too corporate for me now. Leave me out of it.
Corporate?
Yeah. Old school
Corporate,
Lambeau,
old
I'm in.
school.
Now,
Old
new Lambeau, no. It's too many seats.
What do you like? You liked it back in the days of Lynn Dickey?
Like, I would have liked it, like Yankee Stadium. Like, should have kept Yankee Stadium. Like, why'd you build a new Yankee Stadium?
Good take.
Nothing wrong with that.
Like, why did they just rehab the Yankee Stadium?
Well, why couldn't they do that?
They basically did.
Well, why couldn't they
The
do
stadium's
that?
terrible.
Have you been?
No.
Well,
No.
why couldn't they do that with Detroit? The old Detroit stadium was fantastic. Not the football, baseball. Fantastic.
America?
What, Tiger
Comerica?
Stadium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had the overhang.
Old Comiskey?
Yeah.
One.
Oh, Comiskey. What's Comerica Park? I don't know. You want to talk old ballparks?
Yeah.
Not
Love
really.
this type of
What's your favorite ballpark you've been to?
Orange Bowl, Miami.
Oh, wow. That's a zag.
Yeah.
Are you thinking just football or are you talking about any sport?
I'm just talking like the coolest, like actually, you know what else is a good one? Like Penn has 2 of them. The Palestra is awesome and Franklin Field is
Franklin
awesome.
Field's great.
Like you sit there and
It's
think, oh, there's so much history in this place. Like I love old school places.
Old turf. Turf looked like almost like.
For me, and
Teal.
look, I know you guys are going to be like, oh, so on brand, most unbiased man, history of sports media. Fenway.
Never been.
Fantastic.
Too corporate now for me. Can't.
No,
do
it's
it.
not too corporate.
Too many screens up there. Too many scoreboards. Like I always wanted to go to Wrigley. Don't want to go now. It's not the old Wrigley that I used to see as a kid. I don't want anything to do with it.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
What do you got, Lisi?
No, it's
Little Fordham, Rose Hill. What do you got?
Fordham.
Have you ever been to Baton Rouge?
No, I would love to go.
You're not an LSU fan. He's not.
Would love to go.
And I can't believe this.
You know what? I'll talk to some people. Maybe I'll get you to New Orleans
thanks.
sooner than you think.
That's
We'll hit a
Baton
quick
Rouge
break
side
with
trip?
you right here on Sports Grid. We're watching Packers Saints. I'm actually not even on a side today.
Yeah.
And I'll get to that. Why are you on Texas?
I gave them a chance. Maybe not me as the overwhelming authority in college football, but entering that game on this set to you guys, I said there was one elite defense entering the matchup in Austin back to end out October. It's not the Bulldogs like it used to be. It is Texas.
College football today, only on SportsGrid.
How do you find some of this great talent that you've brought in, who are still early in their career, might not have a ton of tape on them yet?
I've been around this business, man, for almost 20 years. So a lot of these guys will tell you that I popped into a lot of gyms, sparred or just worked on the side or, kind of worked out, just watching. I've always loved this sport, man. I think it's the greatest. And we want to continue to put on the next up-and-coming superstars. We know we got them.
Only on SportsGrid.
The NFL and college, they don't operate on the same timelines, right? UNLV's head coach just got, the Purdue job this morning, where I imagine, right, UNC probably needs to know from Bill.
And let's say it's late December, and we see 7, 8 teams open, and none of them want Bill. Then Bill's got to make a decision. Does he want to be a college head coach?
Pro football today, only on SportsGrid.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity. I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What? How do you do this once? Oh, Donnie, you got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
Bing, bing, bing. Back on Sports Grid. Joe's Lisi's, Donnie's Rightside, Devin Walsh. Second and 20 here for the Saints, who are trying to establish the run down 27 with 7 to go. I need 19 yards from Rattler. I need 1 catch from Kendre Miller. And if you'd like, I need a half a yard out of Jaden Reed. Right now in this moment, 0-3, be honest.
Yeah, probably.
No, second and 20. His only plays should be dump off, dump off,
yeah,
dump
but
off.
Kendre's not even out there for some reason. Like they got the Fresno kid out there. I can't make heads or tails.
There you
of
go. Boom.
Who's
4 down
that?
territory?
I don't even know who is
Or do you think he's going to punt on 3rd down? Root it in.
What are we, CFL?
How many more yards we need now?
I needed 8. I needed 19 before that play.
Okay.
So I need the first down.
Yeah, you're going for this.
Come on.
Absolutely.
Come on. Root it in. Lacey. What do you need?
I need 23 yards.
It's not.
Jawan Johnson.
Sack him. Look at him. He's dying. Sack him.
Jawan Johnson.
We were watching the end
I love
of the,
this. Yeah, two running backs, little extra blocking.
Yeah, one of them was a wide receiver, and I don't think either's my guy.
Well, look at a false start.
Like, is Kendre Miller just so advanced now that he doesn't have to play in these games?
He's terrible.
He's punting here, I bet.
Is he punting? No, he's not.
I mean, he's done it all game.
But why would you punt?
Rat's mad.
What?
Look at Rat. Stay in there, Rat. Tell him to push the. Look at it. Yeah, look at that. Push the punter back.
Why now?
Yeah. Now's the time.
Because now
under 8 minutes we go. Yes. I don't even understand.
Come on, Rat.
They finally get the look that they want. Is Juwan Johnson in there? He is. Finally.
Come on, Rat.
They've been setting them up all
Come
game.
on, Rat.
If they false start on this play, I'm going to lose my mind.
Delay a game.
Yeah, exactly. Come on now. Here we go. Let's
you know
go.
What's tough is
get to the 40. Here we
Green
go.
Bay is really not even playing soft.
He's got the blocking.
Coverage.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, he goes for a Hail Mary.
Yeah, it's awful.
What was that? Again to this Pettis. Guys triple
back
covered.
to Hainer next week. What are we doing?
Unbelievable.
4th and 7. Take a shot in the triple coverage.
I mean, how
flag?
Taunt?
Roughing the quarterback?
Oh, look, they're coming back out. Look at him. 18's coming back out of the field.
Come on,
we got life.
Come on, Rattler.
Come on.
What was the call?
Get him out there.
Wow. Saving the day.
And maybe put Kendre out there while you're at it.
Had to be roughing the passer, right?
Come on, Rattler. What happened?
Put a call in. Come on.
Bang it across
after the
forearm.
play was
Boom.
over.
Is that what they're saying?
But
after the play was over, it would be that.
Yeah, that would still be. Yeah, so it's a turnover on downs, and they just made sure that Green Bay is not even in field goal range, so it's even worse. All right,
I like all the Saints got in the huddle again. Get off the field.
All right, so that's over with. Anyway.
This is unbelievable.
Josh Jacobs isn't coming out for this, is he, Joe?
Oh, I hope they put him out and he rips off a 50-yarder. How about that?
Malik Willis is in for the record.
Ooh.
Let me look up something.
Jordan Belfort's out there.
All right, so
it's Jordan Bell.
Let me ask you this. Denver, Week 18, winning in.
Yes.
Chiefs go Wentz plus backups.
Yes.
At Denver.
Denver
What's
win.
the number? Forget that. What's the
6.5 Denver.
Yeah, it was just
just under a tutty.
You don't want to give me 7 with Carson? A little
just
worried.
Under a tutty.
A little worried, I
nervous
see.
out there.
Marquise Brown getting involved this
Yeah,
week.
who's running the? Is it Kareem Hunt going to get action in that game, or who is it? Carson Steele makes a reappearance.
You think so?
Maybe.
He's not even on that team.
Worthy still bang. He got banged up in that game against Houston, didn't he?
Who?
After the touchdown, Worthy.
Yeah, but he came back in though.
Did he?
He got banged up first half. Yeah.
We talk about if sometimes people are convinced these sports are rigged.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get Pittsburgh a win if it is. Kansas City then needs the win for a 1 seed, or Denver needs the win to make the playoffs. That'd be perfect. Watch them just upset Cincinnati this week, ruin the pot. Golly. It'd be good.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any other takeaways from yesterday, Lisi? Anything really catch your eye? You want to talk?
I watched the Cincinnati game. Their defense got a little bit better over the past couple of weeks. I mean, if they do get into the playoffs, maybe, just maybe, they can win one game. I don't know. I know you said that they have the offense to go toe-to-toe with anybody.
Yeah.
If the defense played the way, and I understand it was DTR, but they were opportunistic, red zone defense was a little bit better, maybe they can make a run. Still would bet Cincinnati over Denver to get in and Miami, but That was the one takeaway. And the Eagle game, I told you, I think the Eagles are just fine. Nothing scared me in regards to that performance.
I think my thing on Cincinnati is they don't need the defense to be better to beat the team.
But you don't want to win games 45-42 every week.
Of course not. But why they're horrifying is they don't need the defense to play well to win. It'd make life easy.
Yeah.
But they mostly can't. The only team that's really held them in check is the Eagles. That's because they have the best defense in football. Okay, again, they play Buffalo in round 1. The total's what, 54.5? Yeah?
Probably, yeah.
You talk about look, if points are coming that easy, anything can happen.
As long as it's not, if they play.
Buffalo's not unbeatable. Let's make that very clear.
No, that's secondary suspect. If Drake May could throw for 261 and 2 touchdowns.
That kid's got pop.
Didn't like the way he performed when the game was close late, so another strike against him.
Maybe Don, he had the tank in right up your alley. By the way, this ended up actually being one of the easier in-game wager games. Manny Wilson threw the number, Jacobs under the number.
Everybody cooking.
See you later.
Because honestly, I'm coming away here with a little bit of money, thank goodness, after underwhelming nonsense the past 3 weeks. So I'm feeling confident. But if you were just betting straight down the line and said, okay, Green Bay's going to run away with it, Love under his number, Love under his completions, Love under his touchdown passes, Jacobs 69 yards and a touchdown, way under for him. Wide receivers. Tucker Kraft got through it. Nobody else, I don't think, got through any of their numbers for Green Bay.
Although Reed might have. I'm trying to think. Reed's number was 39.5,
he had
40.
Pregame numbers.
Right.
What did you have? You had it in-game?
42.5 pregame.
Oh,
okay.
42.5.
You guys were, I don't know. Where'd you get that number, 39.5?
I don't know.
I thought I saw 39.5 this morning when I did radio.
Yeah, probably this morning.
Right.
Not bad.
Early bird got the worm, huh?
Yeah.
I was out running errands. Getting ready for the holidays.
Good for you.
You would have altered that down. Bang.
25.
Paired with Kendrick for 2 catches.
Dobbs probably 25 L. Wicks 25 L.
Are you looking at all the things you would have done?
And I'm glad because
I'm actually not even on a side today.
Yeah.
And I'll get to that. Why are you on Texas?
I gave them a chance. Maybe not me as the overwhelming authority in college football, but entering that game on this set to you guys, I said there was one elite defense entering the matchup in Austin back to end out October. It's not the Bulldogs like it used to be. It is Texas.
College football today, only on SportsGrid.
How do you find some of this great talent that you've brought in, who are still early in their career, might not have a ton of tape on them yet?
I've been around this business, man, for almost 20 years. So a lot of these guys will tell you that I popped into a lot of gyms, sparred or just worked on the side or, kind of worked out, just watching. I've always loved this sport, man. I think it's the greatest. And we want to continue to put on the next up-and-coming superstars. We know we got them.
Only on SportsGrid.
The NFL and college, they don't operate on the same timelines, right? UNLV's head coach just got, the Purdue job this morning, where I imagine, right, UNC probably needs to know from Bill.
And let's say it's late December, and we see 7, 8 teams open, and none of them want Bill. Then Bill's got to make a decision. Does he want to be a college head coach?
Pro football today, only on SportsGrid.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity. I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What? How do you do this one? Oh, Donnie, you got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
Right here on SportsGrid, Kevin Walsh, Donnie Rightside, Joe Lisi. Maybe not. Is your head right now thinking, why didn't I parlay?
4-1.
Parlay them or just
no,
one,
it went like
one
$25, $50 a piece. Hope to get one and a chance to get two.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, let me just say this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm very happy I didn't get hooked on my wager.
Yeah.
Jaden Reed ends up 3 for 76.
Mm-hmm.
If you did have his under tonight, that is about as bad of a beat as you could possibly take. Like, because he's now through every single number.
Yeah.
Long, which
everything.
is incredible. But also, can I just say this? And look, this game has not been good enough to where it would be even worth it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like Matt LaFleur being more aggressive, up 27-0, and Rizzy down 21-0.
Yeah.
Like, it's pathetic. Like, I'm sorry, because, and I've asked questions, and you guys have continuously given me the correct answer, but it's not like what I want. Of like, why is he doing this? Why is he doing this? But somebody really should shake and be like, just so you know, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and what you are doing, like you thinking that, oh, this is what we should do, is guaranteeing you will never get a look for a head coaching position.
No, it's you know, but some coaches are so old school. If they continue to put their square peg into the round hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're so set in their way that they only see, defensive-minded coaches, lower scoring game, will play field position, especially when you don't have the advantage of the quarterback position.
Yeah.
A lot of these coaches believe we'll kick it, we'll pin them deep, and we'll hope our defense can make a stop.
Yep.
Old
I wish
Lambeau,
you'd go for
what
two.
happened?
By the way, if they jump into the stands and I'm in row one, me and the boys, we're not letting the guy go. Like when he wants to get back on the field, you're holding that jersey, laughing. Is that a touchdown?
Would he go for two here?
34 and a half.
Why not?
You know, I'll tell you what's funny, though. And this is where sometimes these weird games, you can get weird results.
Mm-hmm.
But if the Saints come out on this field,
yeah,
and they go, we are going to throw, and Kendre Miller is on the field, I might win every bet in this game.
Well, that would be great.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great. I agree.
I'd love to see a Juwan Johnson sighting, but
me and you
I
both.
gotta say Novena right now.
I will get your guys. I actually think they will throw. Do you think they will run it out or throw?
I think they run it out. No.
Don't tell me that.
I think they throw to the 2-minute warning, get a first down, and then it's over.
But why?
Just to get out of there.
I because of where the clock is.
Yes.
And you cannot run it out.
Correct.
I think he will throw.
I think he'll throw because he'll try to score so he doesn't get shut out.
Or it's one of those where
you
want
to get
2
shut
minutes.
out. He's so worried about playing field position.
There's no way they kick a field goal.
No, but he'll throw it to get into scoring position. No. You don't think so?
I honestly think if they throw it, Joe, complete it for 8 yards, they might even huddle up.
I do think what's weird, Donnie, and I guess if he completes a pass at the 50, they'd be like, all right, go ahead.
Yes.
You're like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, let's see if we don't get shut out. I don't think he cares about not getting shut out. But if the chance is even remotely there, like, he'll take it. Now, you want to talk about, like, it'll be so funny, I'll be in on the guy?
Yeah.
2nd and 10, clock's ticking, he sends the field goal team out. I'm cheering that on. We are not getting shut out. We are not getting shut out.
Rizzler.
Lisi, do you have a total where points would help you?
I mean, if they want to go for a touchdown and 2, I win it.
They would go for
41 and a half.
Right.
They would go for 2.
You think so?
1,000% they're going for 2.
I guarantee you, if they score, he would kick it.
No, he wouldn't.
You think
he wouldn't. It's automatic. You go for 2 and you get wiped out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Come on, Rattler.
All right. All night with the leads. So they ran it on the opening play.
Mims is the guy, man.
Yeah, but it went away.
Now, let's see what they do. They just take this to the 2-minute warning? Like, I don't think are we hustling? Oh, we're actually hustling a little bit.
Come on.
See, sometimes when you get those fruitful runs, right?
Yeah. Fruitful. I love that. Let's get some fruitful.
I get
Rattler all the way in.
Throw. Come on, Johnson.
Oh, what's he got spinning? He's spinning.
I cannot believe
Get up the field.
That was all you, Joe, or all you, our running back, Mimsy.
That's crazy.
How many catches Mimsy got?
3,
4.
Wow. Moving it.
Come on, Rat.
Take it to the 2, Rat. Do they go to commercial break at this, or they just hold on?
Here we go. The painful right side prediction.
Okay.
He's at 139. I need 140 and a half. 2-minute warning, first down.
Oh, boy. No.
Then.
No,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
I mean, No, that you get it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you'll get it.
No, you
Oh,
said
so what
no.
would you say no for?
Yeah, that was your first instinct, though, so he got you. Yeah.
You might have got me. I don't know. I zoned out there for a second.
No, emphatically, too, you said it out of nowhere.
We'll be right back here, baby. Stand and salute the end of this game at SportsGrid. I'm actually not even on a side today.
Yeah.
And I'll get to that. Why are you on Texas?
I gave them a chance. Maybe not me as the overwhelming authority in college football, but entering that game on this set to you guys, I said there was one elite defense entering the matchup in Austin back to end out October. It's not the Bulldogs like it used to be. It is Texas.
College football today, only on SportsGrid.
How do you find some of this great talent that you've brought in, who are still early in their career, might not have a ton of tape on them yet?
I've been around this business, man, for almost 20 years. So a lot of these guys will tell you that I popped into a lot of gyms, sparred, or just worked on the side, or, kind of worked out, just watching. I've always loved this sport, man. I think it's the greatest. And we want to continue to put on the next up-and-coming superstars. We know we got them.
Only on SportsGrid.
The NFL and college, they don't operate on the same timelines, right? UNLV's head coach just got, the Purdue job this morning, where I imagine, right, UNC probably needs to know from Bill.
And let's say it's late December, and we see 7, 8 teams open, and none of them want Bill. Then Bill's got to make a decision. Does he want to be a college head coach?
Pro football today, only on SportsGrid.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity. I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What? How do you do this one? Oh, Donnie, you got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
Cash, did you get to enjoy it?
Welcome back on SportsGrid. Kevin Walsh, Donnie Rightside, Joe Lisi. I'm telling you, man, one of a kind. Somehow there's two of them. Lisi now decides to take the game into his own hands.
That's it.
And Donnie's right. All that matters is Lisi got closer to him.
Look who's talking. When you're counting in your bets, you're against me right now. Negativity, be gone. I need to hit
we
the
like
bet
to
tonight.
enjoy the outcome.
Yeah, I didn't
enjoy the outcome.
I really didn't get to root my bet.
How much you need for Juwan Johnson?
I'm not telling you anymore.
Good, because I hope.
Come on, Rattler.
Tick,
Oh, he dropped it.
Donnie,
Juwan
tick.
Jennings.
Oh!
Boy, I could call.
Wow, was that
80?
Also,
What's my guy?
You keep calling him Juwan Jennings. It's Juwan Johnson.
Oh, same thing. Yeah, I know. That's right. You're right.
Show the
I have
ticket,
Juwan Jennings on my mind. Juwan Johnson. I put them both on the map.
I mean, we're gonna have to start getting graded plays here in a couple minutes.
Please.
Yeah.
Juwan Johnson.
Show the ticket, Lisi.
Yeah,
show the ticket.
Ticket's right here. Come on. Let's go.
Oh, my
Second and
goodness,
10.
man.
Come on, Rattler.
Donnie, do they score?
No.
No?
No. Maybe Green Bay scores.
Oh,
This kid can't catch. Why is he in the game?
Man, he can't get.
This is
but
insane.
if you're Rattler, why are you throwing it to the guy?
Because that's what you do. You check running back. Where is Kendra
the
Miller?
little girl kind of catch the ball. It's like this is this guy all night.
This kid can't
It's like, hey, am I a field goal? Like the ball just goes through.
Who is that? Is that Kendra
That's
Miller?
him. Yep,
No,
that's him.
it's not.
Look at
That's
this.
not him. I
Looks
know
like
it's not
Deshaun
him.
Jackson.
Now,
what's he doing over there?
Deshaun Jackson.
Hold on, Donnie. Who was the kid? Was it Ray Davis with Kentucky? They were running the RB slants with Will Levis in the practice
No, it was
facility.
Rodriguez.
Chris Rodriguez.
Like, this guy's just bringing his friends out here. You do know that's his tailback. They could fool me. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. 10 catches.
Lisa, I'll give you a story while you're watching your bets.
I'm not watching.
We're watching. No. We're watching. It was Will Levis's pro day. We're live on radio. For some reason, it's on. He's throwing like swing passes and like Texas routes right in front of him. Chris Rodriguez off his face, off his hands. He's running the wrong route on air.
Like Levis is hitting like the background, like, hurt. Like pass. This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, it was the best.
They were pumping him up. He was the second coming. Will Levis, remember?
Was too.
He cost us money, that guy.
Now what
happened
going to
here?
Get out
Who's
of here
this?
late at this point now. Is
Who
Tom
is
ready
this?
in the background? Where is Tom?
What is this? All right. Hopefully he's all right.
Donnie made his money. Time to go.
Remember the early Madden days where like the ambulance would come out and like crash into the people to get the guy off the field? Like, you know what I mean? Come on.
What are you talking about?
Remember? Oh, that's way back, early 90s.
Are you talking about a video game or in real life?
Like the player would get hurt, the ambulance would come out and like crash into the players, get them out of the way.
Is that because the graphics were bad? Or was
it was just like, we can't avoid these players. We're here. Just hit them. Go ahead.
Oh, boy.
Look at this. They ran out of commercials to take?
They did, yeah. There's no more.
Do you have any early read on the Green Bay, Minnesota game?
Minnesota.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd say over. How about
Justin
over?
Jefferson cooked.
144 last night. 144 and 2 tutties.
How is all I get out of you just one word, Minnesota? Like, you can't give me hey, sorry I'm bothering
What's
you.
your cap,
Not only Minnesota. Next question.
Minnesota,
next game. Any other brain busters? Oh, man.
It's a great game, though. It's a great game.
Yeah, you excited for it?
Yeah, why not?
How's playoff week? By the way, 3 games on Saturday this week, Joe.
Wow,
action. What do you got?
Oh, my God. That's Kendre Miller.
Where is he?
The bottom, Don.
Wow.
Wait, throw it to him.
He's looking.
Where is it?
Look.
Throw it!
What's he doing? Looking back at him. There he is.
Oh, my God. Was that off?
Fast. That's awesome. I mean, want to talk about a fastball. I mean, this guy's terrible.
All right. That'll do
What do
it.
you think about Rattler's career, Joe? Trajectory.
Yeah, before we get out of here.
I think he's a career backup. That's if that. I think he's absolutely atrocious.
Man, if he could have dumped that to Kendre Miller,
Did we even have a chance?
He's the guy right under. Look at
Yeah, he didn't. They sent Kendre Miller on a go ball, but he didn't even go the whole way. What an unbelievable game!
Even 90.
Unbelievable.
We'll be back on Christmas. Level of excitement for that game. Scale. You're hyped
Christmas
up?
Day games? Love them.
Yeah, Christmas Day. Love the.
You gonna watch the NBA?
Nah.
They don't make it on the box while you're walking around the mall?
NBA should go to the 26th now. How about that? New hot start for them.
Christmas Eve, maybe.
That's true.
Or when does the NFL go, you know what? I hear Christmas Eve isn't bad real estate.
Just chase them down. The NBA was, we're going to play all week long, so will we. Every game of the day.
Yeah. Like happy NFL week. We're going to play Sunday to Sunday. Probably. It's probably coming any day now.
LaFleur, 34-0. Green Bay. Boy, the NFC is stacked.
Doesn't get enough credit. Underrated coach. Great game planner.
I think he gets the credit now.
But I mean, not like
Aaron.
Not when Aaron was there. Tom Vecchio's up next. Enjoy.